What's going on, people? It's your boy, the Boxing Lowdown, and I'm back here with another Mythical Monday video. Now, as always, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment if you like, and I'll happily get back to you. Very good Mythical Monday matchup for you guys this week. Really looking forward to jumping into this one and then getting your opinions on it as well. Tyson Fury and Riddick Bowe. How does this one go? These two, if they were to meet in their primes, who would you have winning it and how? Now, let's start off with Riddick Bowe. Now, Riddick Bowe was a fantastic talent. I think that's fair to say. He did achieve a lot in his career. You know, he was a two-time heavyweight champion. But the talent that Riddick Bowe had, and, you know, he was trained by one of the great trainers in Eddie Futch. The talent that Riddick Bowe had, he had unnecessary limits. He could have got as far as, like, you know, he could have gone a lot further in his career than he did. Let's just say that. Eddie Futch, for one, said that Riddick Bowe was one of the most talented fighters that he had dealt with in the course of his training career. And listen, Eddie Futch is a legendary trainer, an icon in the game. And to say that about Riddick Bowe just goes to show the level of talent that he did have. Now, as an amateur, he was a pretty good amateur. He was a very good amateur. Got all the way to the Olympic final. Obviously lost to Lennox Lewis. As a pro, he was a two-time heavyweight champion. He defeated Evander Holyfield twice. Won that trilogy against him. The first man to stop Evander Holyfield as well. Riddick Bowe, when he was engaged, he was an unbelievable fighter. But this is it. How often was he engaged? You know, Riddick Bowe, fantastic talent. We wanted to see him go up against Lennox Lewis. He didn't do it. You know, he pull out great performances here and there. But then, you know, he had the performance against Tony Tubbs where he really struggled in that fight. And, you know, a lot of people thought he lost it. Riddick Bowe was one of those guys, man. When he was engaged, he was brilliant. But his weight would fluctuate. And I just feel we never really got to see the ultimate best of Riddick Bowe. And we did see a very good version. You know, I mean, I think the Ring magazine had Riddick Bowe ranked at around number 19 in one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. And that's some feat when you look at all the heavyweights that we've had over this generation. But I get the feeling he could have been a lot higher if Riddick Bowe took his career more seriously, man. I mean, like I said, his weight did fluctuate. He was easily distracted at times. He was no stranger to a brawl. He was, you know, he wasn't afraid of that. But yeah, as a fighter, great fighter, man. A terrific right hand Riddick Bowe did. He was big, he was strong, and he was a solid fundamental. He had solid fundamentals, and yeah, that right hand was the right hand from hell, man. Listen, he was the first man to stop Evander Holyfield, and he was undefeated at the time, undisputed cruiserweight champion. Well, he wasn't undefeated. Riddick Bowe beat him, but Riddick Bowe was the first guy to beat him. But yeah, Riddick Bowe was just, when he was engaged, he was a fantastic fighter. And I guess you could say the sort of same thing for Tyson Fury, right? I mean, when he's engaged, he's a fantastic fighter. We know his ability. We know what he can do. Currently, he's the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And, you know, he's fought a tremendous trilogy against Deontay Wilder. 1 draw, 2 wins. Some people thought that he should have won the first fight as well. Others don't, but, you know, it is what it is. Tyson Fury, you know, the Klitschko performance shocked everybody there with what he did. So when he's on his game, you know, Tyson Fury is also a formidable opponent. And when he does end his career, he will go down as a very top-ranked heavyweight. But how highly ranked of a heavyweight he will go down as depends on the decisions he makes later on in his career. We know what he's doing in October, which has been met with scrutiny by most of us. But yeah, listen, I'm not the guy for him as a person and what he does, but as a fighter, I give Tyson Fury the ultimate credit, man. I think he is a fantastic fighter, and he's proven that over the years. Now, one thing that, you know, maybe you could hold against both Tyson Fury and Riddick Bowe, maybe more Riddick Bowe, is the resume. Riddick Bowe, we really wanted to see that fight with Lennox Lewis, and, you know, shamelessly, he ducked Lennox Lewis, man, infamously throwing that belt in the bin, you know, to avoid going against Lennox Lewis in the pros, who was coming off fantastic win over Razor Ruddock, you know, looking strong, looking brilliant. He was really lined up to fight Riddick Bowe. There was a mini tournament that happened, and Riddick Bowe and Lewis were due to fight each other. Riddick Bowe didn't want it. You know, he say what he wants to say, but he didn't want that fight with Lennox Lewis, man. And that was a real low point in his career for me. The fact that he shamelessly ducked Lennox Lewis. A bit like what Tyson Fury is doing to Alexander Usyk, but it's not as blatant and as clear as what Riddick Bowe did with Lennox Lewis, man. That was a shame. And Riddick Bowe, the wins over Holyfield were obviously brilliant, fantastic. You know, he had a great chin as well, Riddick Bowe. I have to say, he has a very, very good chin. But just didn't see him in there with the elite competition enough. really, due to what his talent had. You know, I felt that he could have been in there with a bit more. But Fury, he's beat Klitschko, he's beat Wilder, he's beat Dylan White. You know, he's got a better resume. But, you know, Fury, you want to see him go up against AJ. You want to see him go up against Usyk. But he's going to tell you, Fury, that, you know, that's no fault of his own as to why those are not happening. Some would have you believe different. But, yeah, I think that these two, if you were to match them up, Tyson Fury and Riddick Bowe, Riddick Bowe, first of all, is a huge heavyweight. But Fury, you know, he's 6'9". He's a mountain of a heavyweight. So he would have been the taller man. He would have had the longer reach. He would have been a bit, you know, been able to box from long range. Fury in his prime would have given Bowe problems for sure, but Bowe would have been a nightmare for Tyson Fury as well. He would have roughed him up. And first of all, the press conference between these two, it would have definitely gone down between these two. It would have 1,000,000% have gone down between Riddick Bowe and Tyson Fury at the press conference. Could you imagine how volatile Riddick Bowe was at the press conference against Tyson Fury? You know, we've seen him get involved at press conferences before. He'll have his traveller people there with him as well. That would have been entertaining in itself, the press conference between those two. But as a fight itself between Fury and Bowe, I think that Fury would have done best to stay on the outside rather than mix up and engage with Bowe, who did like a brawl. I think that favours Bowe. If Fury stuck on the outside, popped his jab, used his feet, you know, it was very awkward, and, you know, because he did like to go up against bigger guys, Fury. I think he had more trouble with smaller guys. But if he was to, you know, stay on his feet, bounce around, pop the jab, be awkward, give him difficult angles, a bit like what he did against Klitschko, make it an ugly fight, I think he might have been able to get a points decision win over Riddick Bowe. Like I said, Bowe did get outboxed by Tony Tubbs and was lucky to get that decision. I just think that maybe Fury would have been able to navigate his way to a points decision win here. But if he got stuck in a brawl, if he allowed Riddick Bowe to, you know, dictate the pace of the fight, you know, mix up with him, Fury would have been in trouble. Fury has been on the canvas. Fury has been hurt. And Riddick Bowe for sure could hurt Fury. So this is no, by all means, this is no, like, I don't say this with any confidence, but I do edge Fury in this. But Bowe, I think, I just would have liked to have seen him in against more, man. I would have liked to have seen him in against other heavyweights as well. But yeah, I just think maybe Fury might, a peak on top Fury, I mean, not the Fury, not even this version of Fury. He would have got wiped out by Bowe in his prime. I'm talking about peak, tip-top Fury. I think he may have been able to navigate his way to a points win over Bowe. But let me know what you guys think, man. Just all opinions here. It would have been a very entertaining fight, very entertaining pre-fight as well. How do you see this going between Tyson Fury and Riddick Bowe? Who wins it and why? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. And look out for my Mythical Monday video next week. I'll catch you guys on the next video.